Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am Rebecca Diamond and I'm so excited to tell you my first day trip with my Saturday provider. I have been working with her for almost a year now and I'm going to tell you the beach day trip I went with her. She lives in Woodburn, so I drove to her house at 6:45 a.m. to arrive to her house at 7:45 a.m. to leave at 8 a.m. to go to Newport Beach. It was such a nice day, so that is why we decided to go um, yesterday, March 6, 2021. It was so fun to go with her, and I packed my food bag, and we left her house at 8 a.m. I was so happy because she made reservations at the Oregon Coast Aquarium at 10:30, so that is why I had to go to her house earlier, and I was so excited because she got the tickets online and it was $25 for each person, so I was happy that she booked it a day in advance before you left and that we had something to do inside and not walk on the beach the whole time. So we left at 8 a.m. and she drove, and I'm so happy because I'm starting because I have my second vaccine for my COVID shot. So it's been a month of me being fully vaccinated. So I know last Tuesday I didn't wear a mask in the car with my provider Sarah, because she's the one that called my mom and she wanted to make sure that I was okay, and I was so grateful that I didn't have to wear a mask with her. So when I was with Erica, I kind of told her the whole story with Sarah and how I'm not wearing a mask with her because we're in the same bubble as them. So anyways, I'm not wearing a mask with Erica or Sarah right now. Oh my gosh, it feels fantastic. And it was the first week of sitting up in the front seat with no mask, and wow, it felt good. So that was a big thing. So it was like roughly 2 hours away, so Erica had her GPS in, and we went to the bathroom before we left her house, so that was really crucial that we did that. And I also brought a water bottle in the car too. So we had a very good conversation. I haven't worked with her in over a month, so this was over a month of not working with her, so it's great to see her and work with her in person. So she has her GPS on, and that is when we had some serious conversations about life and just updates that needed to be said about my life, her life, all the changes that are happening, and she's honest and open with me and personal, and I really do appreciate it. Like, really, she's really personal with me, and I am grateful that she is, because she knows I don't say anything to anyone, because I'm very private to each of my providers I work with, unless it's like I tell them the information to all of them and regarding me and my personal life. But I'm so happy we had the conversations we'd had, and she did relax me a lot. I was off a little bit. I was tired. I was overworking my body, and I had a major meltdown at the mall on Tuesday with Sarah. So I was in fumes, and I was doing homework this week, and it was just an emotional week. I didn't work with Jenny either, so just like dealing with changes. I know Erica has been dealing with things just like I am too, so it was good to just talk and be open. And with those conversations with her, I'm not emotional. Usually I am very emotional when we have those conversations, but I just think because I know that she says things from the heart and she wants to protect me, that's why she's open a lot, and for me to understand things really clearly, I'm grateful that I have that with her. And because I'm younger and we're like 7 years apart, so I'm glad that I'm not emotional with her. So we arrived at 10 a.m. I then told Erica about something that happened on Tuesday, and that is why I had a meltdown with Sarah. I'm not going to go into detail about it. It was just involving one of the cards in my wallet. And that is all I'm going to say right now. So, I just was feeling very just mellow and tired and very just like low energy the whole day. But we did sit in the parking lot for like 20 minutes because we arrived at like 10 o'clock and our appointment time for the aquarium was at 10:30. So we just talked, and that was when I vented with her, and I was pretty upset just about life. Um, and then she was kind of surprised how I reacted because she didn't really know how upset I was, and I was trying to just say it to her any way possible, even if I was frustrated. It was not about her, it was about me, but I had to explain how I was feeling. And we ate a quick snack, and then we went in the aquarium. The aquarium was in and outdoor, so it was easy to navigate. We just showed the tickets to the admission desk, and then we just went through, and it was cool. No one knows this about me, but look at another secret about me is I kind of have a fear of fish and sea animals. I'm not really familiar with sea animals, so it's good to experience it with Erica and just to do something new. I have been in aquariums before. I owned a fish too, but I never like am really that, oh yeah, I love fish. Well, I don't know. Sometimes I think they look creepy and it makes me scared. But Erica knew right away that I told her that. um, we saw jellyfish and stingrays and little sharks and sea otters, sea lions. We saw all kinds of sea animals there. And we went through different exhibits, and then some of it was outside, so there was like a little trail, and we saw a viewpoint, and then we walked back. And then we went to the gift shop afterwards. It was very cool to be in the gift shop because I knew I wanted a magnet or souvenir. So I got a little magnet. It is on my fridge downstairs, but it is, Orca is on it. And it says the aquarium name in Newport. And that was fun. We spent like a good couple hours in there. It was a little bit crowded. Erica took some awesome pictures of me. And there was a tunnel, a shark tunnel, where we walk in and you just like are around lots of different animals, and it was very cool. I got very sensitive to that because if you look up, you see water, but really you're underwater in the tunnel, and then the flashing lights really bugged my eyes. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I just felt very, I don't like that feeling. So, but at least I did it, and it was crowded. I tried to stick by her side. There was one portion of the time that I got separated from her because one exhibit is like a little, you go in this way, and then you go in, and then you're like trapped. There's no way out. So like you have to like move in within the people and go out the same way you entered. And we were both here. There's people like here looking at stuff, and we were here. I was right here. She walked out that way, and there's so many people that I stood in that corner because there's so many people I couldn't pass them, and I was like waiting for like maybe 30 seconds. I was like quiet and waiting for people to pass so I could like go through the exit. Erica knew something was up, so she looked and peeked around the corner, and she knew I was stuck. And then she said, okay, go this way. And then I like sprinted because I was like stuck and I was nonverbal, so I couldn't talk. And I was like, I'm gonna wait and be patient and just be polite. And then boom, I went out. So that was crowded, but usually the aquarium has lots of trails, so you're not really stuck in that situation. So I'm glad that she supported me, and I talked a lot about seeing animals, and we talked about Hawaii, that she went to Hawaii and saw so many animals there. And maybe one day, I know, big fear of mine, fish. I don't know if I want to fish, but maybe one day, I know Jenny and Erica fish, so they grew up fishing. I haven't fished in my whole lifetime. My mom has, as a little kid. She did fishing trips with her parents and siblings in Wisconsin. So I haven't done fishing yet. So I might have to do that as a new life skill. But I don't like the smell of fish. I don't like how slimy it is and everything. So that might be on my bucket list soon, maybe next year or this summer. So I was thinking of just conquering my fear, and then after the aquarium, after the gift shop, we went to the car, we ate a little bit, and then we headed down to like the downtown area just to look around of where to get the best beach access, and then we parked our car, and then we took a like 4 mile walk on the beach, and it was very nice out. It was a windy, oh my gosh. And it was the same area that I went with Sarah, so I was like, oh my gosh, Erica, I went here with Sarah, oh my gosh. So very good paved trail to the beach, and I brought my rain jacket, and I was wearing a sweatshirt. I had my awesome hand warmers in my pocket, so I think all day long I had my hand warmers, and I was squeezing it just to have that sensation of heat and calm and soothing. And yeah, it knocked me out on the way home. I was so tired because I like the heat. But anyways, we took a good long walk on the beach, and going there, we were just like pushing with the wind, and then going back was resistance against the wind. And boy, I knew going back to the car and walking through the resistance of the wind, it was windy. I had my hoods on, I was like bundled up, and I knew I was exhausted. I know when I have beach days, I would be tired and exhausted, and it was at least 2 miles walking back to the car, and I knew, boom, I get tired when it comes to that too. Something about the beach makes me very tired the day. So we went back to the car, and then we started to drive home. At like 1:30, we left Newport, and it was a good outside activity to do, and it was nice out. And then we went home. My Crocs were really sandy, so Erica's car mat had lots of sand on it when I got to her house. We talked a lot again on the way back. We listened to music, and the last portion from Corvallis to Woodburn, I was like passed out. I was like barely having my eyes open, and I had my awesome hand warmers in my pockets, and just from not getting enough sleep this week, and my emotions crazy, and waking up earlier that day, and having my heat warmers in my hands, I was like, ooh. And then I was like trying to hide it, but no. Erica knew I was tired, and she said, are you tired? I was like, yeah. But I said to her, after being on the beach in the wind, you're like, okay, I'm freezing, I want to go back to the car. I was like, oh, the wind is making me tired. And then I said this to Erica on the way back, so she could understand me better about what I was going through. Is I feel so comfy in the warm car. I'm away from the wind. I'm in my own cozy cocoon. I feel very nice and warm. And I just wanted her to know that, because that is why I was very tired. And then we arrived back to her house at 3:25 p.m. and there was no traffic. It was easy. We left early, so that was good. And then I went to the bathroom because I had a 45-minute drive home, and traffic home was not that bad from her house. And then Erica sent me the photos when I got home, and then I posted them to Facebook and made a very sweet post on Facebook also regarding the pictures, and just to remember the fantastic first road trip I did with her. And now I know it's Newport Beach, but I really do appreciate Erica taking me, and know that she's a really good provider with me. she can definitely tell that I got nervous in the aquarium, and because usually if I'm in the community, I'm non-verbal, but I'm so grateful that she knew that this was stressful for me, and I was trying something new, and since we got our second vaccines, we could be in the community longer and try new things. So that was my recap of the day, and again, I really do appreciate Erica for helping me. Lots of changes are happening now, but I really do know that Erica is protecting me and keeping me safe. And at one point on the beach, I said, I want to go to this point and then turn around, because usually there's like little wet spots on the beach, and I mentioned that to her, and I said, if you don't want to walk that far, then I can just go and meet you back here. And she said, no, I don't want to leave you. I want to stick by you. So even that, she made me decide the day and the time I left, and it was very good. And then on the way home, I had to wake up because I was like literally falling asleep driving home from her house from the beach. So I was like, I blasted the music up when I started the car. I jumped a few times just to get my body back in motion. I did some stretches before I went home in my car, and I got a new water bottle from the back of my car in the trunk and drank some water so I could like actually function and drive home, because it was a 45-minute drive, and I need to make sure that I was awake and functioning for me to drive home. So I did that just to make sure that I was fine. And then the music, the loud music when I'm driving home really helped a lot too. So that was my update, and I'm so happy that I got a souvenir, and I had a great experience with Erica that day, and now I know this is my first ever day trip with her, and we work well together. Now from this experience, I can say there can be more day trips because we work well together. She does accommodate for me. I accommodate for her a lot too. I'm an easy road trip person, and Erica is just like the rest of my providers. Very easy to travel with, and we really work well together. We are the perfect match, and grateful that she's still able to work with me off and on. So that is my little update, and it was yesterday, March 6th, 2021. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.